Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I have some explosive news that's been buzzing around the NFL circles, and I couldn't wait to bring it straight to you, the loyal Steelers faithful. You've probably heard the whispers, the rumors circulating all over social media, and some insiders even hinting at a blockbuster move that could reshape the AFC North and send shockwaves through the league. And I'm talking about the recent reports suggesting that the Pittsburgh Steelers have entered serious talks with the Atlanta Falcons regarding one of the most exciting young talents in the NFL today, Kyle Pitts. Yes, you heard right. Kyle Pitts, the young, dynamic tight end who's been making headlines ever since he entered the league, might soon be donning the black and gold of the Steelers, and let me tell you, that could be a game changer for this franchise. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Pitts, isn't he still pretty raw? Isn't he still developing? Well, no doubt, he's a young player with a lot of potential, but that's precisely what makes this story so intriguing. Kyle Pitts is a unicorn in today's NFL. This guy is 6'6", around 245 pounds, and possesses a speed that's rare for his size. When you see him run routes, it's almost like watching a wide receiver with a tight end's frame, smooth, agile, and incredibly elusive. And his catching ability, off the charts. Pitts has already proven in his rookie season that he can be a matchup nightmare, especially when you consider the fact that defenses just can't match his size and speed simultaneously. His ability to stretch the field, create mismatches, and turn short catches into big gains makes him a threat every time he's on the field. This kind of talent doesn't come around often, and that's why so many teams are eyeing him. The Falcons, who drafted Pitts this past year, see a future star in him, a foundational piece that could be pivotal for their offense for years to come. They're not just going to hand him over easily. You can bet the Falcons will want a significant return, whether it's draft picks, young players, or a combination of both. And that's where the Steelers come into the picture. Pittsburgh, under the leadership of Mike Tomlin and the front office, has been known for being aggressive when it comes to making moves that can elevate the team. They're always looking to add talent that can push the team over the edge, especially as they aim for another Super Bowl appearance. And with a quarterback as talented as Kenny Pickett developing rapidly, adding a weapon like Pitts could be the final piece to make this offense a true powerhouse. You see, the Steelers have been building around their defensive foundation for years, but their offense has been a bit inconsistent, especially at the tight end position. They've had some decent players, but nothing quite like Pitts. Imagine a scenario where Pitts lines up alongside George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, and perhaps a revamped running game. Suddenly, defenses would have nightmares trying to contain this arsenal of offensive weapons. Pitts, with his ability to create separation and make contested catches, could become Kenny Pickett's go-to target in critical moments, especially in the red zone. And if you look at the history of the Steelers, they've always valued a strong tight end. Think back to Heath Miller or even the more recent Vance McDonald. Those guys were reliable, but Pitts could take that role to a whole new level. Now I want to pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Because folks, this isn't just about adding a talented player. It's about signaling that the Steelers are serious contenders, willing to make bold moves to chase another Super Bowl. Remember, the team has a rich history of finding diamonds in the rough and turning them into legends. They've done it with players like Troy Polamalu, Hines Ward, and more recently T.J. Watt. Bringing in Kyle Pitts would be a statement, a clear message that Pittsburgh is committed to winning now and in the future. Of course, the negotiations won't be easy. The Falcons are in a prime position to demand a hefty price for Pitts. They are aware of his potential and the fact that many teams are interested. Plus, other franchises like the Miami Dolphins have already shown interest, and that could complicate things for the Steelers. but Pittsburgh has a reputation for being shrewd negotiators, and they're known for their patience and strategic moves. The question is, what are they willing to give up? Will it be a first-round pick, perhaps multiple picks, or maybe a promising young player? Whatever the case, the Steelers are prepared to make a splash if it means landing a game-changing talent like Kyle Pitts. Now, let's talk a little about how Pitts could fit into the Steelers' offensive scheme. Mike Tomlin and his coaching staff are known for their adaptability. They've worked with various personnel and schemes over the years, and they're always looking for ways to maximize their players' strengths. Pitts' versatility means he can be used in multiple roles, lined up split out wide, in the slot, or even inline as a traditional tight end. That kind of flexibility would give Kenny Pickett a lot of options and make it difficult for defenses to predict what's coming. Plus, Pitts' ability to block is often underrated. He's a willing blocker, which means he can contribute in the running game as well, helping the Steelers maintain their physical identity that has been a hallmark of the franchise for decades. But beyond the X's and O's, what does this move say about the Steelers' mindset? It signals a team that's willing to invest in its future, willing to take risks, and eager to contend. The AFC North is a brutal division, with the Ravens, Bengals, and Browns all vying for dominance. The Ravens have built a formidable defense and a run-heavy attack. The Bengals boast a young, explosive offense led by Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. And the Browns, depending on their quarterback situation, remain a formidable force. Pittsburgh recognizing the need to elevate their offense is a smart move, especially if they want to challenge for the division title and go deep into the playoffs. And if this deal goes through, it would be a huge boost not just for the offense, but for the entire team's morale. Imagine the energy in the locker room, knowing that management is serious about competing at the highest level. It would also send a message to the rest of the league. Hey, Pittsburgh is back in the game, and we're not messing around. The Steelers have always been a team that values grit, resilience, and smart football, but they also know that you need star power to reach the pinnacle of the NFL. Kyle Pitts could be that star, the missing piece that turns a good team into a championship contender. Now, I want to remind you all, this story is still unfolding. Negotiations are ongoing, and there are many moving parts. But one thing is certain, if Pitts ends up in Pittsburgh, we're looking at one of the most exciting offseasons in recent franchise history. Fans are already dreaming of highlight reels, long touchdowns, and clutch plays from Pitts in the black and gold. And for those of us who have followed the Steelers for years, it's a reminder that this franchise has always been about finding ways to get better, to push forward, and to keep the trophy case growing. Looking back at the Steelers' recent history, you see a team that's always been resilient. From their 6 Super Bowl titles to their consistent playoff appearances, this is a franchise that knows how to build championship-caliber teams. The addition of a player like Pitts could be the next chapter in that storied legacy. And of course, it's not just about one player. It's about the vision that the front office has for the future, building around young talent, adding proven winners, and creating a culture that demands excellence. So, as we wait for updates on these negotiations, I want to leave you with this. The potential acquisition of Kyle Pitts by the Steelers isn't just a rumor anymore, it's a statement. It's a sign that Pittsburgh isn't content with just being good, they want to be great again. They're willing to make bold moves, to take risks, and to invest in their future. And if they pull this off, it could be a defining moment in the upcoming NFL season, a move that will have fans talking for years to come. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Do you think Pitts is the missing piece? Are you excited about the possibility of him wearing the black and gold? Or do you think the price might be too high? Whatever your thoughts, share them with us. I love engaging with all of you, and I know many other fans are just as eager as I am to see how this story unfolds. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for our beloved team. Thanks for sticking with me today, and remember, go Steelers!